I'm a brat. It is the last day of August, and I've seen leaves on the trees starting to change into fall colors, and I love fall so much. But it's supposed to be like 109 degrees today. It's been in the hundreds all week. It's supposed to be in the hundreds for more days from now. There's no end in sight, so Thai iced tea. I realized in all my other day in the life videos it was starting to get monotonous having the camera over there, so I moved it there for alternate angles so it looks different. And I've been incredibly busy the last couple weeks for sure because the show that I was choreographing went up. So last week I was in tech rehearsal like every afternoon, evening. I was also doing socializing like a normal person in the evenings, so my poor cats have been really missing me and being extra needy, hence the mewing at 6 a.m. before I was ready to wake up. But I'm up now, and that's a good thing actually because I have a lot of work to do. I've been falling a little behind in this job that I'm doing. It's actually not an otome game. It is sort of a dating sim game with a plot because it's a guy and a bunch of girls. It's one of those harem sorts of games versus a girl with a bunch of guys, which is what otome games are. And I can't say like what it's about, but it's for PS4 instead of like phone apps. So there's actually like actual gameplay stuff, not just like tapping buttons and waiting for 2 hours until you get more energy so you can tap a button again and get points. Like that's kind of how ultimate games work, but this is more like actual gameplay, actual walking around and fighting and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool actually. Actually, I like the word actually. But as I said, I am falling behind. Actually, now I'm not that far behind. I'm only like an hour and a half behind, but that's going to pile up because I just know that today I'm going to fall further behind because I have a pickup rehearsal for the show. Yeah. And the best thing to do when you're falling behind on work is to talk into a camera for random strangers on the internet. Hi, kitty. Did you have a nice time outside? Oh, hi. Well, now I can't work. Now I can't work. Okay, well, let me try. I can't see. Thank you.
Hey guys, it's Tutor. So, a few months ago, BBC published another sexless Japan video with highly misrepresented numbers.
making it difficult for Mommy to type.
Eating up the last of some chili that I made a month ago and froze the leftovers. Disappointed by the lack of avocado, but I put in some extra cheese, so hopefully that'll make up for it.
Hey, Vsauce, Michael here. If you pour a spear, that is, remove a cylinder from it, you'll be left with a shape.
I just finished one of the characters' roots, and I am like 3 hours away from finishing my work for the day that I'm supposed to do. I still don't think I'm going to be able to catch up on all that because in like a little more than an hour I have to go to rehearsal, and even during the rehearsal I'm probably only going to be able to do like 1 hour of work, but I consider that a win, so I'm going to celebrate with the rest of this homemade rose ice cream. I made this like 2-3 months ago, but I've been like trying to eat healthier this summer, so I've barely been eating it, and now it's kind of gotten gross because it's been in the freezer all that time and getting like crystallized and weird, but it'll still taste good. Off to rehearsal. It's probably gonna take me about an hour to get there because rush hour. This is a pickup rehearsal. Their show has already opened, so they're just gonna run the whole show just to make sure they haven't lost any of it. So they haven't forgotten any of it because we crammed a lot of information into their heads last week during Tech Week. So I anticipate having a lot of downtime, so I brought my work with me. I did that last week during Tech Week too. I was like working kind of in between scenes. Yeah, it's because I'm only 15 minutes away from finishing all the work that I was supposed to finish if I hadn't already been behind. And I'm only like a couple hours away from completely catching up, so I can definitely knock out one of those 2 hours at the rehearsal tonight. So I am starving, but it's a little late to eat a full meal, so walnuts and chocolate chips. So I didn't film any of that rehearsal because it would be kind of awkward to bring my tripod in there and be vlogging around 90 kids, and most of those kids are underage, and I didn't want to have to get release forms to put them on the internet or anything. You just have to use your imagination. I'm really happy that I managed to get not only all the work done that I was supposed to do today, but I managed to catch up a little bit on my deficit from earlier. I'm still technically like almost an hour behind where I should be total, but I might be able to make that up tomorrow, so I'm gonna consider that a win. Eat some more chocolate chips and walnuts, take a shower, and watch The Defenders and go to bed.
We'll all sleep easier once they're gone. Get on with our lives.